Peoples, top of the morning. It's Sunday, December 3rd, and I'm here with your weekly recap. Right now, we're just going to go back and recap all of the things that we learned this week, all of the videos that I posted this week, just to give you a brief overview of what I've been trying to get out there to you. On November 27th, 2023, I posted Emergency Rule 213 update. That video was posted after seeing this comment by at Travis underscore N underscore Flint. So after I seen this post, this is when I decided to make that video about Rule 213. What is Rule 213? Isolation and quarantine procedures. Now, many of you may be unprivy to this, and so this is the reason for me making that video, because I believe that we all need to be informed. I believe it's a disservice to not inform the people. So that's why that video was made. For those of you that further want to know about what's going on with Rule 213, I suggest you subscribe to my page and also do your own research. On November 27th, 2023, I posted about the officer convicted of the death of George Floyd being attacked himself in prison. It's really self-explanatory. It's not too much to see there. It's a brief story. But nonetheless, you needed to be informed. So I posted that story. On November 27th, 2023, I also posted an emergency nuclear alert. This was posted in response to the information I was receiving about Iran coming increasingly closer to nuclear capabilities, if not already having them. So it seems to be two races that are happening simultaneously. There's a nuclear armament race and there's a space race. And so this story was brought to you to inform you, to keep you informed about the possibilities of certain individuals, certain countries having nuclear capabilities. You can go to reliable news sources like Al Jazeera News, where you can see some of the sources of where I came up with these stories from. So it's not like I'm just making this all up out of thin air. On November 28th, 2023, I posted on the X platform breaking news. Israeli army destroys more than half of Gaza's infrastructure. That includes homes, schools, hospitals, playgrounds. Once again, the source is also Al Jazeera News. There's another story up here as well, where there's actually many stories, but if you want to do some fact checking as it relates to the content that I put out, you can check Al Jazeera News and just type in some of my titles and you'll see the stories come up. On November 28th, 2023, I posted breaking news. Israel and Palestine's hostage exchange goes through. I think the whole world knows this by now, as the truce has come to an end and Israel's back to its savage bombardment of the Palestinian people. On November 28th, 2023, I posted an emergency report. Iran has just solidified a deal to receive Russian-made Su-35 fighter jets. Okay, so once again, for you fact checkers, as you can see, the articles are all over the internet. There's many different articles, many different publications. This was reported by the Tasnim News. On November 29th, 2023, I posted breaking news on the X platform. Are we paying enough attention to the humanitarian crisis in the DR Congo? That story came from articles like this, posted by the United Nations, about the clashes in eastern DR Congo, displaced 450,000 in 6 weeks. So, like I said, for all those that like to be informed and don't want to just go off of what you hear, would like to do your own research. Another source is the Norwegian Refugee Council. On November 29th, 2023, I posted breaking news. Israel releases political prisoners to Hamas in exchange for hostages. Was October 7th retaliation for Israeli army government kidnapping, torturing, falsely accusing? Now, I don't believe CBS to be a reliable news source, but they've also reported on this story. They arrest people randomly. They accuse me of things I did not commit. This is what the 17-year-old political prisoner said about the Israeli army. On November 30th, 2023, I posted on the X platform, why does the world fear a unified Africa? The dependency of the world on the African continent and the removal of colonialist regimes. Once again, fact checkers can go to Al Jazeera News. Africa's coup epidemic. Has democracy failed the continent? This is another article about a failed coup attempt reported by Al Jazeera News. November 30th, 2023, I posted an emergency alert about censorship and the architects of the New World Order. Now, this is the Street Icon Podcast conspiracy theory series. So this is more in line with the conspiracy theory part, where I'm just giving my opinion on different views and topics. You really might want to check that out. It give you some insight to what's going on around you so you can always stay woke. On December 1st, 2023, I posted an emergency alert on the X platform. Bad morning for Palestine after Israeli army continues its savage assault. As I'm pretty sure the whole world knows by now, the fighting continues. Al Jazeera News reports hell on earth in Gaza. And so all this was reported soon after the truce ended, after the last hostages were exchanged and negotiations couldn't be met. On December 1st, 2023, I posted on the X platform breaking news. What will the new face of Hamas look like? This was also posted in response to stories like this, reported by Al Jazeera News. Arab world condemns Al Jazeera journalists' families killing in Israeli raid. So that was an opinionated overview of the situation. On December 2nd, 2023, I posted breaking news on the X platform. Nuclear armed North Korea in its fight to move ahead in the space race. Once again, this was in response to stories like this posted by Al Jazeera News. North Korea defends satellite launch at UN as Kim studies images of Pentagon. The launch of the spy satellite last week was slammed by Western powers, as well as on December 2nd, 2023, I posted an emergency alert on the X platform. AI being used by Israeli army in conflict with Palestine. This was a story covered by The Guardian and other news media outlets. The Guardian writes, the gospel, how Israel uses AI to select bombing targets in Gaza. There's also another story posted by the Business Insider for fact checkers so you can do your own personal research. Israel lets AI help it figure out where to bomb in war-torn Gaza, and the number of targets has skyrocketed. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Sunday, December 3rd, 2023, and that is your weekly recap from the Street Icon Podcast. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you checked out the videos. Let me know if I could do more to keep you informed. If you have any information about any topics that you would like me to cover on my podcast, drop a comment in the comment section. Once again, stay vigilant, stay safe, peace.